Many students choose to go to four universities right after high school. One of the hardest parts of choosing this path is picking the right university for you out of the thousands available in the United States. If your student is still deciding on where to apply, here are some helpful things to consider. If your student knows what they would like to study, they should narrow down their list to only universities that offer that path of study. Students should consider the size of the school. Do they want to learn better in a smaller classroom environment, or are they okay with large lecture halls of over 100 students? When they are considering location, they should look at things like weather, rural or urban communities, and whether or not they are able to live at home, are a drive away, or need to fly in order to get home. Students should also consider admissions requirements. They can look online to search the average GPA accepted, whether or not the school is requiring SAT or ACT test scores this year, and what other types of things the school is reviewing for admissions. This is a bit more difficult this year because many schools are moving away from looking solely at GPA and test scores and are instead looking at a more holistic view of the student application, like extracurriculars, awards, cultural awareness, and essay topics. Students can also look into campus life, the athletics offered at the school, what housing is like, and the cost of the school to help narrow down their list. Many of these things can be found in Xello. Check out the overview of Xello video on this playlist to learn more about how to do college research on that platform. Students can also find this information on college websites, through campus visits, and by coming to our college visits on campus at CR. Students can sign up in the Student Pathway Center. If students have specific questions about a certain college, they can also come see us and we can connect with our admissions representative from that school. Applying to a university can feel overwhelming and complicated. This is why we're here. Please come see us to help you through the process. Every school is different, but many will ask for your grades and classes that you have taken, your class rank, which you have to ask for from us. They'll ask for an essay or a writing sample, recommendation letters, and a list of your achievements. This is not the same for every school though. For example, Washington State University isn't requiring SAT scores, an essay, or recommendation letters. But the University of Washington requires no transcript and no recommendation letters, but does require an essay. Each and every school is different, and we are happy to help you navigate these applications. Most universities require that students have met something called the College Admission Standards, or the CADRs. This image shows you what schools in Washington require. Some schools offer flexibility on having met all of these CADRs, and if your student is interested in applying to a university but is missing 1 to 3 of these CADRs, have them come talk to us so we can identify some schools that have flexibility in their requirements. Universities do not accept students with a GPA of 2.0 or lower. In this case, a student would need to start at a community college, then transfer to a university. If your student needs to take an SAT or ACT exam, please check out this slide with sites on where to register. A high majority of schools are not requiring the SAT or ACT this year. Many have gone test optional, which means you can submit test scores, but they often do not use it for your admissions decision. And test blind means that they will not look at your score at all when reviewing your application. If you would like help trying to determine whether or not you should take the SAT or ACT for the colleges your student is applying to, please contact us. We also are available for fee waivers for any students or families experiencing a financial hardship that makes it difficult to cover the cost of taking an SAT or ACT. Just let us know that you need it and we will get you taken care of. Here's a list of some of the common schools that students apply for from River and their deadlines. Students have several options of school to apply for that do not have due dates until into the new year. In fact, in January, we plan to hold an application workshop with these schools' representatives so students can apply here with support at River during the school day. Stay tuned for dates for that event. We also have schools visiting Columbia River each week. Students can sign up to hear from these schools in the Student Pathway Center. You can see the list of upcoming schools each week in the CRHS weekly newsletter that is emailed out on Fridays.